Connecticut father charged with killing a hotel worker while on vacation in the Caribbean. Scott Hapgood is speaking out ahead of a court date tomorrow, saying that he was fighting for his family and his life and that he'd do it again. Eva Pilgrim here with the latest. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, guys. Scott Hapgood says he acted in self-defense, protecting his two young daughters who were in the room. This morning, he says he's hanging on by a thread.
This morning, the Connecticut dad accused of manslaughter after killing a hotel worker at a five-star Caribbean resort, speaking out.
It's been a living nightmare.
Scott Hapgood was vacationing with his wife and 3 kids in Anguilla in April when he says Kenny Mitchell came to the door in uniform claiming he needed to fix a sink. But Hapgood says Mitchell pulled a knife on him and demanded money, claiming Mitchell then stabbed and bit him during a struggle. Hapgood's daughters ran for help. Officials say Mitchell died of positional asphyxia and blunt force injuries. Hapgood spending several days in custody.
It was a terrifying experience on the island post the arrest, having spent multiple nights incarcerated.
A toxicology report obtained by ABC News states Mitchell had high levels of alcohol and cocaine in his system at the time of his death. ABC News has not independently verified the report, and authorities in Anguilla would not confirm the results. This morning, with Hapgood out on bond, there is uproar in Anguilla that he was allowed to leave the island, seen here boarding a private jet in April. His lawyer says she is concerned for his safety and the legal process ahead.
I worry about Scott's ability to get a fair trial when relevant information is withheld and a persistent narrative has been given to the potential jurors, the people of Anguilla.
Hapgood expected to return to the island for a Thursday hearing in accordance to his bond agreement, maintaining it was self-defense, telling CBS News he was protecting his family.
All I did was defend my young daughters in front of an attacker that was crazed and desperate, and I have to just hold on to that fact. I would do it again.
Now, Hapgood says this is the first time he's had any kind of legal trouble, and he's nervous about the whole process. But he says he knows he and his family were victims, and he thinks the truth will come out. George.
Okay, Eva, thanks. Let's bring in our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams, for more on this. Now, Hapgood made this agreement to go back as part of his bond agreement, but he would have been forced to go back anyway.
Right. It was a smart move for he and his lawyers to announce that he's going to come back, that he will be there when they need him there, because he would have gotten extradited anyway, it seems, based on an extradition agreement between Anguilla and the United States for this kind of crime.
So his claim, self-defense, what is he going to have to show?
Well, look, you know, it's a tricky situation. The most important question is, why was the victim in the room? If the victim came there uncalled for, if he came there without any request to be there, that's a very good fact for him in terms of showing self-defense, because, again, this is his room. He's there with his girls. Why would this person be there? If for any reason he knew the person was going to be there, called him to be there, etc., that could undermine his claim of self-defense. The second question is going to be, even if there was no reason for him to be there, did he need to use deadly force? I think that's going to be one of the key questions. Could you have an eyewitness who's going to say, well, look, I arrived on the scene, I was telling him to stop, and he couldn't.
The ultimate victim couldn't breathe.
Couldn't breathe, and he could have stopped earlier. So there are going to be 2 really critical questions. One is, why was the victim in the room? Number 2, was deadly force necessary?
How about his girls? You mentioned them. They're witnesses as well.
They're going to be critical witnesses. I mean, they were eyewitnesses to what happened. They're going to be asked to testify. They're going to be very important in terms of what they saw. They're the ones who ran down to get help as soon as the fight begins. So they're going to be absolutely critical. And, you have to believe that they're going to support their dad.
What about this toxicology report that says the victim had drugs in his system?
Very bad for him. I mean, the idea that he has cocaine and he's drunk at work undermines the claim that, hey, he's just a guy who's doing his job, showing up. The fact that he's got that kind of drugs, that kind of alcohol does not help for the victim.
Dan Abrams, thanks very much. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.